Belt there. Was it hard to get some rust off, or like when we were talking to Kyle, these kids come out pretty hungry?
Well, when we started spring ball, there's no question every coach and every player in this program and another next football program was very motivated. And as you use the term hungry, yes, very hungry. And the good news is we had 15 productive practices, so we're very pleased with that.
How'd you like the offense moving the ball along today in this scrimmage today?
Well, there were some big plays, and there were some big plays on both sides of the ball. You know, when you scrimmage yourself every day at practice for 15 consecutive days, every day somebody has to come out a notch ahead, and yet it's still the same team, and that makes it a challenge. And for, I couldn't be more proud of this group of young men, for them to tee it up for day 15, because for the previous 14 days, again, they've battled, and one group comes out ahead of the others, either defense one day or offense the next day, etc. And, the day was another battle. Offense had some big plays in there. I believe that one of those, even one of those big touchdown plays, pass, might have been a sack in the backfield. With the red jerseys on, you don't see that full go. So, I'm going to guess that, things were a little more even than maybe they looked. But we couldn't be more proud of them teeing it up for 15 straight days.
What impressed you the most throughout the whole spring?
Well, what impressed me the most would have been, the intensity that our players worked at every day, and yet still took care of each other. Mm-hmm. It's again, it is a challenge to do that. It's a challenge to line up from a teammate, a friend, every single day. And football's a unique game in that fact, and that at the snap of the ball, you're hitting your teammate / friend play after play, rep after rep, and our guys did that very well to help each other improve. And I think you could see that in today's scrimmage again, how that went. Again, the players worked, even though you're working and competing against each other, there has to be cooperation at the same time for a scrimmage really to work. And so again, the staff is very proud of the effort, and for the players working together, making it a productive spring.
Injury-wise, Max Dancer went down. What's his injury? Do you have any idea yet? Or?
The only thing we know is his ankle, possibly a high ankle sprain, and or maybe just a old-fashioned ankle sprain. Mm-hmm. But whatever it was, it got a nerve and was sore. That's for sure. Max is certainly one of our tough guys, mm-hmm. and he was feeling some pain in it. But he'll be back, and certainly good as new, as we'd say in August, I'm sure, and probably way before that.
Okay, so
Ray looked real solid today. Talk a little bit about the way he hit the hole and just your overall feelings about him.
The Carlton Ray's a good running back. And unfortunately, we have 4 good running backs, and they all have to learn our system and our style of how to carry the ball and the timing of our run game with our offensive line, and that varies in every offensive system. And like every offensive unit, we have our unique system of how we want to run the football. And obviously, a guy like Herb Donaldson, who I just saw in the locker room, got that down pat for us with this system. And it was different for Carlton when he first got here, but obviously he's getting the hang of it, and it appears to me he'll be a very good football player for us.
Is anyone ahead of the game right now at running back? Do you think he's number one going into the fall?
In the fall, we'll really start over, and at that spot, at the running back spot, it'll be competition with all 4. They all 4 had really good moments during the course of the spring. All 4 of the backs. Lamar Hickman from Quincy High just had a tremendous spring, and then as did Marva, and as did Bryce Flowers.
Matt looked real sharp today. Talk a little bit about the way he threw the ball and just commanded the offense.
There's no question. Matt Barr's 100% healthy. Has been healthy the entire spring. Has been very productive, very efficient with his throws, as he was again today. With the quick tempo offense, I think that's very suited to Matt. He's a fast thinker on his feet. He's obviously a sharp young man, and when things are moving quick, we feel like with Matt, leading the offense with a quick tempo offense, that's our advantage, because he can handle that tempo, no question about it.
Just how about like having the return of Justin Hamilton? How much that defense, benefits from him?
Well, cornerback is a critical position on defense, and to have Justin Hamilton back this spring has really been critical for us. He had several outstanding plays during the course of spring. He had one today when I believe he denied the touchdown pass there in the corner. I know he did. I don't remember who the receiver was at that time, but it appeared it was going to be a touchdown. Justin Hamilton did what you want a corner to do. He made a great break on the ball, knocked it down at the last possible second to prevent the touchdown. So, we expect Justin to be able to help us a great deal in the fall at the cornerback spot. And again, those are really critical positions.
Where did you guys improve during the spring? And kind of where do you need improvements at kind of coming back in the fall?
Well, we're gonna, our team realizes, we need to, there is improvement needed everywhere. We're gonna always feel that way. Our staff's gonna believe that. Our players are gonna believe that. Details on both sides of the ball are gonna need to be improved on, and when we get back in August, that'll be the goal. During spring ball, when you're not preparing for an opponent, each individual player can improve their skills or techniques for their specific position. And we had a lot of players come a long way, in improving their skills. But boy, when we study this tape and put the cut-ups together from spring ball, there'll be a lot of work that we'll realize and the players will realize the same thing. A lot of work that every specific player can take care of, and again, you're back to details. But I feel like the defense is going to feels good about what they've installed. The offense is the same, and now come August, we'll be ready for details on both sides of the ball.